can hear Rowdy's crowd section is quite large and voluminous.
Yeah.
What's the height difference on this fight right away? Weston's got to be pushing 6 feet.
It's hard to say exactly. They all look definitely taller from here, but he definitely seems a little bit taller than Rowdy.
Also making it 150 pounds. Fighting at a hole in Wisconsin, representing Ironworks Training Center, Rowdy.
All right, looks like they're going to touch gloves, come out, and get to work.
Weston 1-1-1, and Rowdy 2-2 here in Pankration.
All right. Here we go. Touch gloves. Let's get that action.
Big leg kick right away by Weston.
I'm loving the kicks.
Yeah. Rowdy's figuring out, comes forward. Looks like he wants to shift his stance a little bit, though. Keep him guessing. Ooh, good body.
Good body kick there.
Yep. Rowdy's touching his chest, though, finding his distance. Good job,
So Rowdy kind of just eating those strikes, looking pretty comfortable.
Yes, he did look very comfortable taking some of that power that Weston was trying to dish out there, so that should boost his confidence, get into his rhythm, and see if he can get some offense going, right?
Stay moving. Nice.
Good one, too.
Weston showing some pretty quick hands here.
Yeah, he's snappy. Rowdy's not overwhelmed, though. I think he's just trying to find his rhythm and see what he can get going.
See him glance at the corner there, listening to Nick, Victor, and Dakota in his corner.
That was good. Rowdy looks like he's trying to counter a little bit here. Or you seeing that? Letting him get some shots off and then answering back, or?
I think that he might be struggling a little bit with the range of Weston right now.
Right.
Weston is using his reach to his advantage here. You can see him taking little mini back steps here, trying to stay on the outside.
Yes. Very good distance management on Weston's part. Rowdy's got a little bit of redness on his chest and shoulders, though, from taking some damage, but Weston's got some on his chest, too.
So Rowdy's starting to look for a takedown there.
Good underhooks, West.
Yeah, West just appears to be just a half second ahead of Rowdy right now. Just a little more comfortable, letting his hands go, controlling the distance and where the fight's taking place. Oh, that's...
Oh, a low kick there, but definitely incidental.
Yeah, incidental. Hopefully there's no long-term damage there.
Oh, I doubt that. Heat of the moment can be tough to avoid that.
Yep. Looks like the refs tell him to walk it off. Easier said than done. What do you get up to 5 minutes with the incidental groin strike, or?
You know, I'm not sure in these Pankration fights. I think it might be it was kind of right at the end of the bell anyways.
Yeah. Take as much time as you need, buddy. No, these young up-and-comers, they're some fierce competitors, though. Like, I do like the intensity about this, and they want to go out there and compete.
I mean, even the Pankration fighters, and these guys are both, I think Rowdy's 16.
Yeah.
These guys are both young. You're seeing a lot of good fundamentals early on with these guys.
Absolutely.
Throwing leg kicks, using range, snappy punches.
Yes. Ooh. Oh, all right. So a little confusion there at the end of the round. There was time on the clock, and they stopped it.
They were giving Rowdy an extra minute to recover, even though it was the end of the round there. So now technically the round is over.
We're going into the minute. Yep. Okay.
All right, here we go, round two.
Yep, chance of Rowdy from the crowd here. Here we go.
So Rowdy's looking to press the action a little bit more here, you can see already, and not hang out on the outside.
Warning from the ref here. Shake it off, get back to work. Good. Yeah, Rowdy's definitely applying some more pressure here.
I think that this is the right game plan for Rowdy. I think that staying on the outside is not going to play to his advantage, and he's got to work his way in.
Yeah, whoever made that call in between rounds, that's a good call. Just apply some pressure. Don't stand out at space. Don't let him just pick you off like that. See if you can get him tired here.
Beautiful 4-punch combo there by Weston.
Yeah, and that's. Oh, we got double overs,
Rowdy's
close guard, goes to
Look at
mount.
that.
Good
Nice
sweep.
sweep.
Good transitional
Great
grappling.
job by Rowdy.
Absolutely, yes.
So
Good
now
shot.
Rowdy's got the advantage, and he can hopefully wear him down, if nothing else, a little bit here.
Yeah.
And take a little bit of snap out of those arms.
I want to end this round on our feet, Weston.
Am I seeing a North Country Steak Buffet logo on Rowdy's right leg?
I
here?
believe you are.
Oh, man, what a great sponsor. Sign me up for that. North Country Steak Buffet located on the north side of La Crosse.
Guys, keep going.
Get your steak done how you want it with a nice buffet to match. Not one of our sponsors, but I'll throw out a shameless plug there. My bad.
So Rowdy's doing a nice job imposing his weight here.
Yes. He's very comfortable in this mount here. It's not a high mount. It's a little bit more back on the hips, but he's tracking him really well, and he seems to be in control here.
He's in a good spot with
He's
coaches
going for
right
an
there.
armbar.
He might have that.
Yeah.
He's got it pretty close.
Good.
Oh, wow. Way to
Good
fight out of
hitchhiker
that by
escape.
Weston.
Yeah, Weston. Yep. They call that a hitchhiker escape because you point your thumb up and you roll through it. Good job, Rowdy, though. Rowdy definitely
Great second round.
Answers back, gets that round back. This fight's 1-1, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yep.
I think I would call this 1-1 right now, too.
Yep.
That takedowns are big points.
Yep. And a caveat, just because I said it doesn't mean it's the gospel truth, but with my eyes, I'm seeing a 1-1 fight here right now.
So that said, if it is 1-1 right now, which I think it probably is, it's really in both fighters' best interest right now to finish in this round if they can and catch a submission.
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you think in between rounds? What adjustments you like to see out of these corners?
So I think that you're going to need to see a little bit of lateral movement. If I'm Weston's corner, I'm going to be telling him more lateral movement. He's doing a nice job getting backwards movement and looking for the push off there to keep his range. But he definitely looks more comfortable standing. And Rowdy, I think it's to repeat what he just did.
Yes. Yep. I would agree with that 100%. It's like, Rowdy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Get back to where you were just having a ton of success. And he very well could put himself in position to get a finish by sticking to that game plan, right?
He almost got that armbar.
Yeah, that armbar was legit. That was tight.
Keep it moving,
Maybe a
Wes.
little bit tighter on the hips, up towards the shoulder. He probably could have got the finish, but
Off the wall, off the wall.
Yeah, so you're seeing a little bit more circling by Weston here, which is
Nice.
probably what he needs to be doing here if he wants to keep it standing.
Off the wall. Nice.
I don't want to be overly critical of these young fighters like this, but I would like to see, even though the headshots aren't legal, I would like to see a little bit more head movement from both of them. You know what I mean? Like, there's some good shoulder movement, but you don't want to develop tendencies where you're not moving your head. It's always a good.
Also a good way to feint. So
Yes.
you are seeing right now one thing to Weston's credit is you're seeing a really good lateral movement here by him.
Yes.
Rowdy working his way in. Weston needs to work for underhooks here, and Rowdy's looking for a standing guillotine, but getting pretty aggressive there.
Weston's doing a phenomenal job of being slippery and, like you said, to your point, lateral movement, just not standing in that fire. But Rowdy
Nice head throw by Rowdy.
forces a head and arm position, but gets it. Good for him. Now he's in side control here. Right arm's going to go underneath the head, and you got to think he wants to chew up a little bit of clock and just get some control here.
Yeah, so I think if the first two rounds were 1-1 here,
Yeah.
it's now going to be on Weston to do something.
Yes.
After those takedowns, I mean, that's big points in MMA.
Yep. Even in this round, yeah, that takedown scores. He's controlling. Even under jiu-jitsu rules, holds a side control. Now he's in the mount. Good transition. He wants that arm. I think
Rowdy looking
wants to
very
finish.
comfortable on the ground here.
Yep, he's going to look to that arm bar, if I'm guessing, on his right side.
Destabilize the hips, Weston.
So Rowdy, a wrestler, I believe, out of Holman.
Are we going to see him go for one or just ride it out. I mean, he doesn't have to go for anything. He's in control.
I think he doesn't want to lose position.
No, smart. That's a smart, high IQ for a young guy, man.
Yeah, great job by both of these guys. Some good stuff we saw.
Yeah, good sportsmanship.
So I think if I was a bet man, I'm going to give that fight to Rowdy just based on I think Weston won the first round, and I think Rowdy probably won the second too as a result of the takedowns. We'll see. Obviously, it's not up to me and you, but that's how I would call it.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you completely. That's a great call on that. Your observation seems sound, and yeah. 2-1 Rowdy. Did some good stuff. Went for some finishes, and then when he needed to, he fought a smart, calculated fight to finish out the round at the end there. That's what he's saying. He's saying it's my fight. Good job, man. Yeah.
I love the energy.
Yes, he's got good energy. He's a showman, man.
Well, he's got a fan section here to support him, so he might as well.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for these two warriors. We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All three judges scored this contest. 29-28 for the fighter. Fighting out of the red corner.
There it is. Rowdy gets a win. So Rowdy improving his record to 3-2. Weston falling to 1-2-1. And that will conclude our Pankration matchups. We got our first full MMA fight coming up here.
Yeah, great sportsmanship out of both guys here, man. I do love that about this. These Pankration rules, man. It's just these guys are really in each other's corner when it comes to, you want to win everything. When you compete, you want to win. But, being good sportsmen about it, and shaking and hugging it out afterwards, that's good to see, man.
Absolutely.
No animosity.